The 5 minutes. So.
Thank you. My name is Andrew Stettner, and I'm the Deputy Director of the National Employment Law Project. We're a nonprofit group that specializes in unemployment insurance. Thank you, Chairman McDermott, Representative Linder, for this opportunity to testify about this critical crisis in this program. First, though, we'd like to recognize the leadership of this committee in steering the unemployment insurance program through this recession. Thanks to the Recovery Act and related bills, millions of Americans have escaped poverty, kept food on the table, and stayed in their homes because of the unemployment insurance program. And tens of billions of dollars in economic stimulus have maintained consumer demand and have saved thousands of jobs. But we're not out of the woods yet. We're going to need strong programs of state regular benefits and federal extended benefits in the economy as it continues to navigate through years of high unemployment. The GAO's findings underscore what NELP has faced in years of promoting a stronger UI program in the states. The core unemployment insurance principle of forward financing has been abandoned. This simple principle that states should save enough reserves during good times to pay for benefits during a severe recession has been the central message of congressional commissions and other experts going back 30 years. Starting with the National Commission in 1980, the Advisory Commission in 1995, and now again today. And it's no secret that employers enjoyed record low unemployment insurance taxes over the past 2 decades. But the GAO report and our analysis underscore the cost to the program of these tax cuts and tax erosion. Only 19 states met the recommended forward financing level at the end of 2007, compared to more than 30 at the start of the last 2 recessions. Even if we had had a much milder recession, like the one in 1990, our finding is that trust fund reserves would have been wiped out. So yes, the recession has added to the problem, but the train had already left the station. In evaluating the crisis, however, Congress should take special note of those states that did follow the path of responsible financing, especially those states like Washington that took responsible financing seriously by indexing their taxable wage base so that revenues would inch forward each year with economic growth. These states were 4 times less likely to have had to borrow from the federal government. That's 4 times less likely. So given the depth of this crisis, where do we go from here? It took decades to get into this situation, and it's going to take years to get out of it. But there has to be real and measurable progress along the way. The stakes could not be higher. I'd like to remind the committee the last time the trust funds got into this bad shape after the 1980s recession, 44 states acted to restrict benefits. Workers collecting UI fell from 50% in 1975 all the way down to just 28% in 1983. And we have been living with the results in this program ever since. Already, some governors have made serious proposals to cut benefits, and Vermont's legislature yesterday became the first state to really enact 1980s-type restrictions on benefits because of insolvency. So it's clear that states and the Congress need breathing room to craft responsible solutions to their solvency problems, to avoid benefits cuts now and in the future. To help with this challenge, we do support continuing the waiver of interest of trust fund debt until the end of 2011. But only in the event that Congress also provides for a maintenance of effort provision, a requirement that prevents any cuts in benefits or eligibilities for those states who take the option of continuing an interest-free loan. This kind of provision is critical to protect the program from reductions in benefits and to maintain the progress that's been made at the state level, with more than 30 states reforming eligibility because of the Recovery Act. Our message is that given the size of the federal loans to states and the cross pressures facing state legislatures, the states are going to look to Congress to play a more active role than ever before. While more federal aid to the states is reasonable, any and all aid must be tied to responsible financing reform principles, improving those states with broken systems and rewarding those who have done the right thing. This includes talk of tinkering with federal unemployment tax credit reductions, which will collect $21 per employer in about half the states as of January 2012 to pay off state loans. That means gradually raising and indexing the taxable wage base when the economy picks up, so that the Treasury and the states start to capture much-needed revenues when payroll starts expanding again. As the GAO analysis found, the minimum taxable wage base of $7,000 has not changed since 1983. And the states with the largest loans, California, New York, South Carolina, Florida, are all at or just above this minimum. And GAO's findings echoes what we have heard in our work in the states. Many states would welcome this reform to provide a level playing field on which to build solvency, not a race to the bottom. Again, thank you, and I'll be happy to take any questions.
Thank you.